Happy Friday, Ash. We're going to start with a story that I have to preface. It's one of those.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to put I got to put a little notation in before we get into it. If you're a dude who wants to put on a dress and be a woman, you have my respect.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Regardless of what I think, you have my respect. As long as you don't endanger anybody else, I'm fine with whatever. You get one life, live your life, do what you want. As long as it doesn't, you don't endanger anybody else. I'll even shake your manly hand.
Okay.
Now that I said that,
what
have
happened?
you seen Maxim magazine? You know what it is.
Yes,
right?
of course. Yeah.
Right. We all looked at it in high school for the articles. I didn't know it was still around. Maxim Australia, the Australian Maxim division, they just released their 100 top women. Now, I just went to Australia, and although I didn't see it, ever since I got married, I don't see any women other than my wife. It's very strange.
Of course.
From what I was told while I was in Australia, there's a lot of beautiful women there.
Okay.
A lot of them, from what I was told. So the 100 top, hottest Australian women, you would think, wow, that's going to be difficult. There's a lot
of women. But what?
Coming in at 92 is a guy named Danny Laidley, who is a former football coach. They don't even know what football is over there. It's soccer.
Okay.
And player. He's 56 years old. Here's a picture of him. His name's Danny Laidley. He now goes by Danielle. But came in at 92, and it's causing an uproar. Number one, by the way, is Margot Robbie, which I think we can all agree. Sure, yeah.
Yes.
Barbie.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so former football coach and former male.
Is now number 92
on
Australian's Hot 100.
Interesting. All right. I mean,
I just love that this magazine has been bashed for objectifying women for so long. Because, and now this guy was like, well, I'll show them. We can do it to men, too. That's got to be what he's doing, right?
Yeah. I mean, listen, at least he wasn't like top 10. He was 92. So, I mean, that means he's not that hot.
This is obviously a very controversial subject.
Yes.
But I think we could agree, out of the entire continent of Australia, this is not the number 92 hottest woman. It's
a man. I mean, okay.
And even if you want to argue, okay, he's a woman now.
Yeah.
Listen, we're all beautiful on the inside, but Maxim objectifies women. Let's stick to what they do. This is not number 92.
Oh, my goodness. I'd like to see the list of the other people.
I gave up after I saw Margot Robbie. I was like, oh, yeah. And then I was like,
oh, okay.
Plus, I'm married. I don't look at that garbage anymore anyways.
Exactly. You're only allowed to look at the men now.
Let's cheer us up. Cheer us up. 92 is for me.
Yeah.
I can look at number 92 and Taylor. Yes. Cheer us up with some bad news.
Oh, bad news. Okay. Well, I have some good news I'd like to share. I mean, it's not good, but Britney Spears' new book sounds like it's going to be such a good read.
This is your good news?
I'm not a good... I don't read because I don't have time, and nor do I really enjoy it. I'd rather watch TV, but anyway. Right. But she reveals so many juicy things in her book. And whereas you've talked about Jada Pinkett Smith and not caring about anything she has to say...
Right.
And even though Britney may be a little kooky, I still care about what she has to say, and I really want to read it.
Rewind a little bit. Rewind. I just got to correct you a little. We can cross that out. Just put kooky.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to.
You can put very there, or extremely, or intensely.
I would love to be Britney's friend. I feel like I would be such a good role model and a good example, and I could really steer her in the right direction.
I think a lot of her fans would love for you to be her friend. She needs a friend. She needs a friend to say stop everything.
I would love to be her friend. Anyway, she reveals some really juicy gossip. She had She says, we talked about this yesterday about Justin Timberlake getting her pregnant. Also Colin Farrell. They got it on like really hardcore, apparently.
He's the Irish actor from a lot of things.
Yes. Very good looking. I actually did a yoga class with him once.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
You have this whole wild life. You make out with the Jonas Brothers, all three at the same time. You've had wild sex with Colin Farrell too. I can't wait for your tell-all book.
That's why Britney and I should be best friends, because I've lived just as a fabulous life as her.
Let me ask you a question and answer honestly.
Yeah.
As a woman, you identify as a woman, right?
Some days, yeah.
All right, and I identify mostly as a man. Okay. Now, if I were to write a tell-all book, say I had sex with some woman, and I revealed all the juicy details, even describing her private parts.
Oh no, disgusting! I'd be like, "You're a pig. You're a pig."
Yeah, do you see the double standard?
Yeah, I do. But
Britney is doing this very same thing, talking about Justin Timberlake's genitals, the wild sex with Colin Farrell.
I hear you, but everything is a double standard. No, everything is a double standard between guys and girls. It just is. So who cares? I want to hear from Britney. I want to hear from the women who have, these crazy stories. Guys, I don't want to hear from you because it's, you all have crazy stories. It's just.
I wish. I hope that this book's going to come out. It is going to be just insane. I'm sure it's going
to top seller. Yeah.
Yeah, because people love crazy, and they're in a way they're supporting this. When I really feel like she might need some help, but okay, whatever. Never mind that. I hope Colin Farrell comes out and responds and writes not a response with a tell-all book, but just like a tell-all sentence, like, "Oh, she was rubbish.
She was rubbish.
Wild sex. That was the most boring I've ever had." And he'll get ripped apart. He'll get ripped apart, but yet she can reveal all these intimate details, but he can't.
Well, what if he came out and said, "Yeah, it was rough and it was great," or whatever? Like,
what if he's married? Is he married? He might be married with a family, and his current wife doesn't want to read that. Britney is so inappropriate. Can we really call a spade a spade? Britney is is a little, not a little. She's loony and she's inappropriate. She should not be writing. She should not be sharing these details.
Well.
I'll be reading the book with you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. Bad news with
bad nude is a picture of me. We want bad news with DJ Badass.
Oh my gosh, I do have a bad nude news also.
Okay.
So an Uber driver in Florida, of course.
Of course.
Sees a woman being raped and he rescues her.
Oh my gosh.
Then instead of like saving her and dropping her off at her house, he then takes her to the southernmost point down in Key West and proceeds to rape her himself. And
you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, and the whole thing is caught on camera because there's like a live stream camera on the southernmost point. So it happened to be filmed live, and some guy on the internet was watching it and saw it and reported it, and now 2 years later he got convicted to 10 years in jail for this. Isn't that crazy?
That's not enough. I'm sorry, that's not enough. I'm a strong advocate for far more strict punishment on rapists. And I mean, what genitals removed without question. Your weapon is removed. It's like if you use a gun in a crime, you can't use a gun anymore. You can't own guns. You lose that right.
You lose the right to use your penis. I like it.
You lose your gun. You lose your male gun. You lose it.
Yeah.
Listen, some men in Australia are giving it up for free, for nothing, just to be in the top 100 Maxim Australian magazine. But as punishment, I strongly believe cut the penises off.
I like it. Yeah.
Me too.
I like it.
I don't understand why we don't. If there's without a single doubt that the crime was committed by that person, I mean, it's on camera. You can see that this person is raping this poor woman. Remove his penis.
I totally agree.
Guess what? He'll never rape again.
That is right. He won't.
Speaking of Uber, and we'll wrap up. Unless you have something else, let's wrap up with this.
Okay.
Uber Eats. Actually, I have a joke to tell you real quick.
Okay. Tell me. I love jokes.
Billions of snow crabs have disappeared in the Bering Sea around Alaska.
Okay.
Billions of snow crabs have disappeared in the Bering Sea around Alaska. They've melted.
Okay. Is that supposed to be funny?
Yeah, okay. Back to the Uber Eats thing. We'll just edit that out.
Yeah.
That was funny. Snow crab. Uber Eats for 2023, the most popular requests have been released.
Ooh.
Even though 2023, we still got a couple months. Uber Eats has released this list.
Okay, interesting.
Top condiment. I mentioned this. Top condiment is hot sauce, and I mentioned that for a reason. Because the top 3 non-food items at number 1 is toilet paper. Coincidence?
I think
number
not.
2, COVID test, and number 3, if you guess it right, I'll buy you a couple of these on me.
A couple of them. Ice cream cones. I have no idea what.
Not that you need them, by the way. It's a little late for you. You already have 2 kids.
Tampon. Condoms.
No, close.
Birth control.
Very close. Number, Plan B, one-step contraceptive. That was the number 3 most ordered non-food item from Uber Eats in 2023.
All right.
What I find ironic is that zero-proof beverages, so non-alcoholic beverages that look like alcohol, is on the rise. I found that interesting too.
Why? There's a lot more people that are giving up alcohol these days.
Good for them. It's a poison, anyways.
It is. Well, yeah.
But they're still not practicing safe sex.
No one's ever going to do that.
Plan B, one-step contraceptive. Number 3 most ordered non-food item.
Interesting.
On Uber Eats list.
Yeah, I heard some politicians would like to take that away, make that illegal. So no birth control whatsoever.
They're insane. There's too many people out there that should never reproduce.
I totally agree. Totally.
I think Plan B should be mandatory for a bunch of people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have a long list.
Me too.
Me being on that list, by the way.
No. Come on.
All right. That's just a dash. Happy Friday. We'll be back Monday.
Bye.